All right, we're going to set up the Easy Opt-in Builder. This is the regular version, the light version. That's on sale for $4.95, and it's very similar to the full version. This one feature, this is the slider opt-in feature, and when you install the Easy Opt-in Builder light version, you'll see it shows up in your dashboard on the sidebar here, the left sidebar. If you click on there, there's a number of pages that come up. There's the instruction page, which is the first page, instructions, and you can get to my support desk right here. It tells you what all these different pages are and functions. But there's the slider pop-up options. There's the manager options that you can manage all of them. This is where you go to set up a new opt-in form. And this is the button generator and gradient generator. They're also integrated into this page right here. So for example, if I click on manage opt-ins, you'll see that I have two of them created already. And here's the opt-in ID. And what's really cool is that you can also do a duplicate record. So if I click on this button right here, it's going to set up a third one, and it's going to be a duplicate of the one that I just did. See, it says the word copy. See that? And it copied this one right here. So this is really cool, so you don't have to enter all of your settings in once again if you want to do a different autoresponder. And say you just want to do some tweaking and split testing. From there, what we're going to set up a new autoresponder, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to add or edit opt-in form. I'm going to click on add, and this opens up a new page, and you can see all the different tabs here, your edit, your ID and your title right here. So I can put demo test, and this is the ID right here. And here we have three different style templates that you can choose from, or you can create one from scratch. If you're going to create one from scratch, you can just click on this one right here. You can see here, this is what it's going to look like from scratch, and you can go and tweak it. Then this has this style here. For all you need to do is click on this button right here, put in your autoresponder code, and you're good to go. And this is the third one. All right, it has a little, you can replace this image right here to anything that you want. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to start from scratch and opt in a form, and I'm going to call it, for example, demo test, and you click on the next button where it says autoresponder configuration. Here is where I need to choose what I want to do here. Let me move this over a little bit. And here I paste in my autoresponder code. So I'm going to go to my get response right here, and I'm going to go to get response, and I'm going to click on where it says web forms, create new web form. This comes up, and now I can simply choose my style. I always go with the plain style because I don't want any style at all. And I click on apply. And now you got this selection here, and we can get rid of the header. We don't need that. The footer, we don't need the footer. We don't need the privacy. We don't need the power by, and all these different features. Now I need to choose, do I want to have the name and email or the email only? Or do I want to add a custom field, which we can do with the full version? But this is the light version where you can get your name and email only. So do I want the name on there, yes or no? If I don't want the name on there, I take that off. If I want to put the name on there, I will select yes. For our purposes, I am going to have the name in there. From here, I go to next step, right there. There's the settings, and here I can name it, name the web form. Also, the thank you page, what do I want to do here? Do I want to put in a custom thank you page? I do that right here. For example, I'm going to put in Easy Opt-in Builder, and for example, thank you. All right, something like that. All right, and you go like this. Go to next, and then obviously you want to install it on by yourself and show the HTML code. And I always turn this CSS styles off because we don't need that. And I simply click in here, and I want to right click, and I want to copy this. I want to copy all that code, and I want to go to my autoresponder tab with Easy Opt-in Builder where it says autoresponder configuration, and I want to paste this code right in there. So I right click and I paste it all in there, and you can see all the code right in there if I stretch this out. All right. Do I want horizontal style? No. And here is where you can choose the name and email. So if I selected to have the email only, then I unselect this, you see, and it's email only. But obviously, if your autoresponder has name and email, then you also must have name and email on your web form, on your site. Do I want to have the name compulsory? Yes or no? I always put no. The email is compulsory, of course. It's you need an email name. Here is where you can put the text field. So for example, I can put enter your first name here and enter your email address. There you go. I'll use that. And here's where you can put the spam message. For example, we hate spam and your info is safe. I can put anything that I want, and the font color I can make it a little bit darker there. All right, there we go. Here is the submit button, and this is a very cool feature here. For example, first of all, to get your generate button code, you click on this here, and here is where you can choose what kind of button you want. The different extra large, large, default, or you want it to have the whole block, block large. So right now I'm going to have the block default. So it's going to stretch to the whole size of the entire block of the input fields. And here is where you put the text. I will put here for instant access. All right, and I can put the different colors in there and use that one. And if I want to have active or deactive, you can see what all these are. Do I want to have an icon? You can see right now it has the email icon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here's the cards, all these different icons you can choose from. I'm going to put this arrow button right there. The arrow button, just like that. And you can see here that the icon you can have on or off. So now there's no icon, on or off. The position of the icon, left or right. So if I want on the right hand side, now it's over here, or left hand side. And the color, do I want it white or black? So for example, black, now the icon is black. You see that? So I'll put it white. And after you're done there, you click on insert. And now you can choose a certain gradient effect. So if I click on this little button here, generate gradient effect, this window comes open and I can select which kind of button I want. This is really cool. And all these different colors. For example, if I wanted to choose this color right here, and I can come up here, I can change the hues and the saturation points, I can, and so forth. See that? And I can do all kinds of cool stuff. You see, and click on it again to get to the default. And I'll just come down here and I will click on the insert button, and all the gradient CSS style is automatically inserted in there. Here I can go with the button font size and leave blank for default, and the button color right there, the font color that is, and what kind of font do I want to have. And you can have a lot of different fonts that you can have. And do I want to have a border around the button, yes or no? And what kind of position around the entire button, or the top or the bottom or what have you. Then you can put a shadow around the button, and also a radius. So for example, I can add, for example, a 10 radius. It'll make the edges a little bit rounded. From there, you can go to the title and subtitle. So I can put, for example, get this plugin for only $4.95. All right, and I can say it's going to be a red title, just like that, and I'll put the size of it to be, for example, 24, and I'll put the weight to be bold, and then I'll put enter your name and email to get started. All right, and once again, you can put HTML and shortcode is allowed on the full version. Here you can put the color of it and the size of this font. I'm going to put, for example, 15, and it's going to be bold once again, and we'll go from there. You can have it italics or not, and that's it for that. Here you can go to the background options. This is cool. I'm going to put the background to be, say for example, 600, or stay at 450. We'll go with 500. All right, that's the width. Do I want to have a border? Yes, I am going to have a border, and it's going to be dotted, And the border color I'm going to put as red. All right. I like red or green border. I'll put red. It's going to be around the whole entire thing. I can have a drop shadow around the border as well and a border radius. Or I can use the gradient picker to be a gradient for the entire background. This is really cool. And you can add an arrow as well to the background and so forth. And the instructions are right here. From there, I can select the input box options. So for example, the font size of the input box, I can have the input size width. Right now it's the entire width of the entire block. The border style of these are the input boxes. So the border style, you can make all these different styles. Border color, for example, I'm going to put it a little bit darker. The background color, I can make it, for example, the background of the input boxes to be this color. All right. And the text color, you can change the font size to be italic or normal. And you can have it centered and so forth of the text. Now watch this. I will click on Save Changes. Right there. And changes are saved. Now, all I need to do is come down to where it says Slider Pop-Up Options. Click on Slider Pop-Up Options, and you can see that I've been using this already, but when you first install it, it'll be unselected. So you make sure this is the Enable Slider Pop-Up, and here is the Open button text, and you can put whatever text you want in there, and the color of your button, and also what font you want, and obviously the font color. Here is the Close button, so when it's opened up, this will be the word close, and you can put the color of the button, the font, and the color of the text. Here is where this is very important, this is where you select the opt-in that you created. So for example, I just did this one right here, Demo Test number 4. I'm going to use this one. Select that one. I can have the background of the entire slider opt-in right here, or I can make it the background transparent, which is really cool. And I can have the button size of these buttons. What's the font size? I can change that. All right. Here's where you can put some additional content. I can put content here, and this will show up above opt-in box. All this content here. All right. If I want to add additional stuff, for example, this is where I put on the full version. I could put short code. I can put right now a YouTube embed code right there, and that would work. All right. All these different options, but we're all done here. I'm going to save the changes, and now I'm going to see what this will look like. So I'm going to visit this site right here, and I'm going to go there. All right, so here we are. So this is it right here. It's Get Secret 1. Click here. So if I click on this, you see that is the opt-in that we just created, and you'll see that this border is like a dotted. I don't like that. All right, and I'm just going to change this a little bit. And so if I come back over here and I go to the Manage Opt-ins really fast, and I go to the number 4, you'll see here where it says the background and it says dotted. I want to put dashed, for example, dashed. And I will save the changes. I'll come back here and I'll refresh. And now if I look at this now, instead of dot, it's going to be dashed. See, I like that a lot better. And once again, I can change the colors of the input boxes. I can put any text I want. There's a button. I got it rounded a little bit. I'm going to make the button a little bit bigger. So if I come back over here and go to the buttons and back right there, and you'll see here that I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Click here for instant access, by the way. I'm just going to copy that and click on this, and I'm going to make it block large right there, and I'm going to click on insert, and I will save this, save the changes, and I will come back here and I will look at this tab once again. There. I like that button a little bit better. It's a little bit bigger, and it looks really cool right now. You can change things all that you want. There's a spam message, and it's as easy as that. See the word close, Get Secret 1, click here, and these are all available on this page right here. It says Slider Pop-Up Options. So for example, if I put the word, scribe here, change it to that, save changes, and if I refresh, you see that? Now it says subscribe here. So it's as easy as that. And it changes the word close. I can change the colors, and that's how easy it is. Thank you.